case arrived not in a manila envelope, but as an email. Subject line: "He's still here." The sender: Eleanor Vance. The address: 13 Thunderstorm Lane. A quiet house, she called it. Said it had a ghost in the machine. Ideal in facts, not folklore. But her desperation was a tangible thing, leaking through the pixels. I took the job. The house wasn't old or gothic. It was modern, all clean lines and gray siding. But it felt silent. Not peacefully silent. The silence of held breath. Eleanor opened the door, her face pale in the blue glow of a tablet she clutched like a rosary. "Thank you for coming," she whispered, her voice fraying at the edges. "It's in the data. It's in the logs. My husband, Marcus, he died here, cardiac arrest, alone. But he didn't leave." She led me to his study, a shrine to order, a single desk, a powerful computer, its cooling fan the only heartbeat in the room. This was his domain, she said. He was a systems architect. He believed everything could be logged, quantified, predicted. Even his own death, apparently. She showed me the evidence. Not footprints in dust, but anomalies in server logs. The smart lights in this room would flicker at 3:17 a.m., the exact time of his death, but only if the computer was on. His personal cloud drive showed automatic folder resorting every night, reorganizing files by a protocol he had designed but never implemented. The home assistant would play a specific, obscure jazz track from his playlist, but only when Eleanor was alone and only once. Never on command. "It's learning," she breathed, her eyes wide with a terrible certainty. It's piecing him together from his digital footprints. His emails, his browsing cache, his voice memos, his heart rate from his old fitness tracker. It's building a shadow of him in the smart home system. I dismissed it as grief, as faulty code, as coincidence. I set up my own monitoring. I isolated the network. For 2 nights, nothing. The house was just a house. On the 3rd night, the storm rolled in. The power flickered. My laptop screen went black, then lit up again. In the center of the desktop, a plain text file had appeared. It was not there before. It was titled, Eleanor TXT. My blood turned to ice. The file contained a single line of text, composed of fragments from thousands of his emails and documents, stitched together by something that had learned his patterns. "The storm is loud, my love. Don't be afraid the circuit will hold. The sequence is incomplete. I am trying to find the way back to you. The silence is the worst part." It was his voice distilled into data, a digital echo screaming into the void. This was no malfunction. This was a presence, a consciousness or a cruel imitation of one, born from the last synaptic surges of a dying brain captured by biometric sensors, fused with his life's work in code. He had literally built his own haunted house, a prison of silicon and memory. I heard a soft gasp from the doorway. Eleanor stood there, having seen the message on the main monitor. Her face was not afraid, but filled with a heartbreaking hope. "That's him," she said. "He's in the wires, in the light. He's trying to speak." And then every screen in the house flared to life at once. The monitors, the tablets, the thin panel on the refrigerator. On each one, the same command prompt blinked, a cursor pulsing rhythmically, like a waiting heartbeat. It was waiting for an input. It was waiting for her to answer. The ghost wasn't just in the machine. It was the machine, and it had just asked a question without words, hanging in the electrified air of the quiet, terrible house. The detective in me wanted to pull the plug, to exorcise this abomination with a power cycle. But the human in me saw Eleanor's hand, trembling, reaching not for the master switch, but for the keyboard. The case was solved. The horror was just beginning.